Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have here a very revealing, concerning, if true, article coming from Sputnik. It is from yesterday, the 11th of May 2024. And this article claims in its title that the former president, Donald Trump, is considering Nikki Haley as running mate for vice president. Reports. Now, if this is true that he is considering, I think not only he, but I was put it the other way around. My little trust that I still have in Donald Trump as being an outsider and a guy who works for, the Americans' interest and whatever he tells us he stands for, and the US system is really going away. Why? Well, Nikki Haley, let's start with her. I think she's not a bright person. And I'm being very nice using the word bright. Not the sharpest tool in our toolbox. Right? I think she's pretty dull. What the fuck are you doing? It doesn't work. Okay, so that's one. I think she is part of things that this society, this system, political system, should not have. I think she is a tool, dull tool, not sharp tool, used by people, interest, billionaires, companies, banks, military industrial complex, the ones that are, I would say, in charge of us, and she sells her position to anyone. I think she would sell her loved ones just to be in a position of power. She did not, according to the statements she made while she was the American ambassador to the United Nations, she did not earn that with her intelligence, wit, and how should I put it, foreign policy knowledge. She was a bitch. That's all she had. A bitch that she would say whatever she's told to say. Retarded or not retarded, she will say it. So for me, from 0 to 10, as an person that I will pick as a leader in my world that I think is better than the world we live right now, that's why, or the world these guys told us in the Constitution that, obviously we would have, pursuit of whatever, and the Declaration of Independence as well, she will get a negative 10 from a scale from 0 to 10. She would be at negative 10. Donald Trump appointed her as the ambassador, U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. From being the governor of South Carolina, if I remember correctly, of that imbecilic Miss Lindsey Graham. Okay, he's not a mister, he's a miss right there. Why do I say that? He's a pussified individual. Again, he would say anything just to stay in power. And he's on the same payroll. That's the one, with her. Now Trump, why would Trump need her? Well, he doesn't need her. It seems like he needs the backers, not Boris Becker, but her backers, the guys behind the promoter. She is no threat to him. In the primaries, anywhere, she's no threat. I think she's a threat that the guys behind her are going to be really against him. But if he gets her, she gets them too. And those interests don't coincide with Trump interest as far as he tells us, and not with our interest whatsoever. So she gets I'm going to use an euphemism, a traitor, and bring it in the castle. Now, why would Trump do this? I don't think he needs her as her, unless she does whatever he tells her to do. I think she needs the guys behind, or maybe it's a deal made somewhere. And the deal is not between him and her, people who support her supporters. Now, her supporters are not even a jerk-off compared with what Trump has. Or the Republican Party. The Republican Party, if Trump will, let's say, in a fair and open and free elections, will compete, run against the Republican Party, let's say we have Republican Party and Trump, these guys will lose. They will lose. A lot of Republicans are not Republicans because of the Republicans, are because of Trump, because they lost faith in the Republican Party. Why? It's the same thing as the Democratic Party. They're the same thing. That's two, as I say, two identical twins. Republican Party, Democratic Party. Identical twins, and they're fed by the same parent or parents. The big interest. The same. One is a little bit more, the other one less. Why? Look how our rights got less and less, or, liberties less and less and less, and they're always moving to the left, not to the right. Look at the past, I don't know how many years, 70 years. And you tell me that we move to the right? Where? No, I'm talking about right, more freedom. I'm not talking about right Republicans. Fuck them. No, I'm not talking about that. More freedoms. No, less and less and less. More policies, more monitoring, more go and record your this, go and all these limitations, more and more. And the crime is even more worse and worse. How do you call it? Corruption increases. But somehow we get more, in the name of the good. Where's the fucking good? Things go worse and you infringe our liberties. Anyway, so maybe Trump, is offered a deal. You have to take this idiot right here. I mean, you might die in the office. All right? And she might become the president that we were. Even though I don't think the people in charge, let's say the president, the vice president, they really have, they have the power to say things. But will whatever they say be accomplished? No. That's the bureaucracy over there. It's like a big wall of, not even China, but China is not a big wall for me. It's just long. I have bigger walls. Let's say the walls of Constantinople, which I think dwarf in height and thickness the walls of China. But hey, walls of China, whatever, 6,000 kilometers, whatever it was. It wasn't something else. Well, good. Great. You break it in one point and the rest means zero. Kind of like smart thing. Anyway, that's their thing. Marvelous accomplishment. I gotta say that. But as a Pam and use, I remember when I was a kid and I first realized the wall is not a circle. It's just a strip. I go around it. The fuck? As a kid. So anyway, what kind of the bureaucracy is just a wall that whatever you sign, you say is not going to be accomplished until you get outvoted or you die in the office or you just understand that that's not going to happen. What happened with Trump last time? Even though I'm not convinced. A certain percentage goes to Trump being blocked by his officials, appointed officials by him, and by others through him, right? That's one, and the other one, I think he just played ball. And like, oh, look, these guys are not following my orders, but I'm going to fight for you guys. I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to fight for each of you, but these guys are not following my orders. Well, who appointed them? Wasn't it you? Recommended by that guy. Who's that guy? And so on. So ultimately, it's your fault if things did not happen. Things did not. You had the power of Trump when he came into the office. He had the power of executive orders. Like, for instance, DACA. Is that DACA? Is that how you call him? I can't remember right now. The guys who came here, it was an executive order by Obama. DACA people, the ones who were brought here or were born here. No, they were brought here by their parents who illegally crossed the United States of America, and they are here, and in between, they should be allowed to. And he said, well, that was an executive order. You should have done that. He said, anchor babies. Did you work upon that? And so on, just examples that he said, I'm going to do. He did, oh, how about that? Lock her up. Where's that at? You just said it? Then fuck you. Because we meant it. We're going to open investigations. Like right now he claims, we're going to open investigation. If I get elected, I'm going to do this. You didn't do it last time. Why? Why did you appoint Bolton? John Bolton, there's advisor, security. Why? Why? Not good. Are you part of that? It's just a game? Could be. Could be. It's a percentage. And I still don't think you appoint Bolton and others and you get rid of other people that really had value. Not good. So again, if he talks about her being his vice president, that means was a deal made somewhere so he can run for presidency. Gets these guys behind him, therefore he's not our president, he's going to be their president, as they all are. Disappointed, but we'll find out. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.